Imagine checking your lottery ticket one ordinary evening. You compare the numbers once, then twice. Your heart starts racing. Against impossible odds, you've just become a millionaire. Every financial problem you've ever had is gone. No more bills, no more debt, no more worrying about money. It sounds like the perfect ending, except for one disturbing fact. A shocking number of lottery winners don't stay rich. Some lose everything within just a few years. Some end up in debt. Some even say they wish they had never won. How can someone receive millions of dollars and still go broke? The answer isn't bad luck. It isn't bad math. And it isn't what most people think. Because the biggest threat to a lottery winner isn't losing money. It's becoming the exact same person who won it. The moment someone wins the lottery, their entire life changes overnight. The media captures the celebration, the smiling faces, the giant check, the champagne. Then the cameras disappear. That's when the real story begins. Suddenly, everyone wants something. Friends you've barely spoken to start calling. Relatives appear with business ideas. Investment experts promise unbelievable returns. Charities ask for donations. Strangers claim they can make your money grow even faster. For the first time in their life, every decision involves enormous amounts of money. And here's the problem. The winner has never practiced making decisions at this level. Think about it. If someone has spent 30 years deciding how to spend hundreds of dollars each month, why would they suddenly know how to manage 10 million? Money changes instantly. The brain doesn't. Most people assume wealth automatically creates financial intelligence. In reality, the opposite often happens. More money creates more opportunities to make expensive mistakes. And those mistakes happen much faster than anyone expects. But there's an even deeper reason fortunes disappear. One that has almost nothing to do with numbers. The biggest mistake people make is believing money changes who you are. It doesn't. It reveals who you already were. Imagine someone who constantly spends more than they earn. If they suddenly receive $10 million, they don't magically become disciplined. They simply spend larger amounts. A $1,000 impulse purchase becomes a $100,000 one. The habit stays the same. Only the price tag changes. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. The human brain quickly gets used to better circumstances. The first luxury car feels incredible. 6 months later, it's just your car. The mansion becomes your house. Business class flights become normal. 5-star hotels stop feeling special. As your lifestyle expands, your happiness quietly returns to where it started. So you spend more, looking for that feeling again. But it never lasts. The excitement fades faster than the money. Then, another psychological trap appears. Identity. Most lottery winners don't suddenly feel rich. They feel like ordinary people with an extraordinary bank account. That creates constant internal conflict. They feel guilty saying no. They feel responsible for solving everyone else's problems. They buy gifts they can't really afford. They loan money they'll never get back. Not because they're irrational, because they're trying to protect relationships. Ironically, those same relationships often become the reason their wealth disappears. Money changes every conversation. People begin treating you differently. Eventually, you stop knowing who actually cares about you. And when trust disappears, bad decisions multiply. But even that isn't the biggest reason winners go broke. The real reason is surprisingly simple. They skipped the hardest part of becoming wealthy. Most self-made millionaires didn't become wealthy overnight. They spent years making mistakes, learning taxes, understanding investing, building businesses, managing risk, controlling emotions. Every lesson became another layer of protection around their money. Lottery winners receive the reward before gaining the experience. It's like handing someone the controls of a private jet because they won a raffle. Owning the plane doesn't mean you know how to fly it. Real wealth isn't created by money. It's protected by habits. That's why many wealthy people live surprisingly ordinary lives. They don't buy everything they can afford. They ask one simple question before almost every purchase. Will this make my future richer, or only my present look richer? That difference changes everything. They understand that every dollar has two jobs. It can buy something today, or it can create more dollars tomorrow. Most people choose today. The wealthy often choose tomorrow. They're patient. They delay gratification. They invest consistently. Most importantly, they understand that emotions are expensive. Excitement creates bad investments. Fear creates panic selling. Guilt creates unnecessary generosity. Ego creates luxury purchases. Discipline protects against all of them. Because money follows behavior, always. There's another misconception about wealth that rarely gets discussed. People think having more money means having fewer problems. In reality, it often means having different ones. Instead of worrying about paying bills, you worry about protecting assets. Instead of wondering how to earn more, you wonder who you can trust. Instead of having too few choices, you suddenly have too many. And every decision carries bigger consequences. Without experience, that pressure becomes exhausting. That's why so many winners make emotional decisions instead of rational ones. Not because they're careless, because they're overwhelmed. Winning the lottery feels like the ultimate shortcut, but shortcuts often skip the lessons that matter most. The truth is, money doesn't solve the habits that created financial problems. It amplifies them. If you're patient before becoming rich, money rewards your patience. If you're impulsive, money funds bigger impulses. That's why lasting wealth has never been about luck. Luck might fill your bank account. Only discipline keeps it full. And maybe that's the biggest lesson lottery winners unknowingly teach the rest of us. The goal isn't to become rich overnight. The goal is to become the kind of person who can stay rich. Because one winning ticket can change your finances in a single day. But changing your mindset, that's the real jackpot. And that's what makes this story so fascinating. It was never really about the lottery. It was about human nature. Because whether you earn $100 or $100 million, the habits behind your decisions rarely change overnight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of money, success, and the hidden forces that shape our financial lives, consider subscribing for more documentaries like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, where we'll dive into another fascinating story that reveals the hidden psychology behind wealth, ambition, and the decisions that define our future.